Hi, you're listening to Everyday Superpower, a place where you can learn how to read people's minds purely through understanding and observing the body language and nonverbal communication they put out into the world on a completely subconscious basis. We keep it plain and simple and get straight to the points where you yourself can understand, alright? No scientific jargon, no nonsense over here. So let's get into it. Click like, click subscribe, leave a comment in due time if you found it interesting. Today, we're going to be finalising this brief run of videos about lie detecting. This is lie detecting number 7. This behaviour is the fingers in the mouth. Potentially fingers around the mouth, but we might edge that finger into the mouth for this lesson, okay? So this is an unconscious attempt by a person to revert to the security of a child. Why? Because the child is biologically hardwired to suck onto a mother's breast. Or alternatively, when a child is young, they will suck the food and the liquids out of a bottle or whatever alternate is going, okay? As the child gets younger, he starts sucking on his thumb. He may possibly start sucking on a blanket or some alternative. Toys, you know? And as we get older, we may find ourselves in a state of what Freud would call oral fixation, where we will suck and chew on things a little more, so have a little more of an obsessive value around things we can suck on, such as cigarettes, pens, the edge of our glasses, the chewing of gum. If you want to take it to the bedroom, you can consider what a person might enjoy doing. And this reverts us to a childlike state so we can forget the pressures of day to day. And we can feel like a child once again. It's a defense mechanism. It's a self-soothing procedure. So an individual who is lying to you and maybe rubbing the mouth or sparks up a cigarette to put in the mouth, or, you know, starts chewing on something a little more vigorously, or puts the edge of the finger in the mouth and so on and so forth, that's a childlike behaviour. That's a thumb-sucking behaviour. What's their need to do so? It's because they're fighting off a stress, such as most of these behaviours we've talked about in this series. It's a fighting off of the stress. When somebody lies and deceives, they know what they're doing and they don't want to get caught doing it. What they're doing is wrong. So in deceiving you, their body language will scream, I need help. And I need to help myself by triggering these, self-soothing hormones, which will now shoot to my brain because I'm rubbing the sensitive nerve endings of my lip. Whether it be through a cigarette or nibbling on a pen, such as a child doing a test and nibbling on the pen in between whilst thinking, deep in thought. It's regressive. It links back to the childhood. And that's about it. I'll keep that one nice and bold and striking, something for you to consider. You won't only see this during lying. You will see this when a person whom has some degree of oral fixation get through life and tackle stress in their own means outside of deceit. But this will be something that happens. So if you see this behaviour happen whilst you inquire something towards a person, they're self-soothing for a reason. Maybe the question is uncomfortable to some degree, but maybe what they're about to say or don't want to say is something a little more sinister, all right? You know where I'm coming from? Because that usage of the mouth and the slight blocking of the mouth is a mouth-blocking behaviour. They might be blocking the words from coming out, or if it's done afterwards or during, they might be trying to hold them words in. It's symbolic. If you like what you hear, you want to learn more, click like, click subscribe, leave a comment, leave your thoughts. One love.